Roberts. And yes, I am your success coach. And every day when we come on here and we do this live, every day when we come on here and do this live, we have two goals. Two very, very simple goals. The first goal is to create a sense of connectedness and community where we love on each other, where we support each other. The other thing, the second goal that we have is that we always have a discussion that is designed to be empowering and impactful at some meaningful level. So today is not like it's not unlike any other day. So it's going to be super empowering, super impactful, so that you can take your life to the next level. So welcome in, everybody. So glad to have y'all up in here. We're just getting this day started. I see you, Janae. Thank you so very much. And listen, y'all love on our moderators real quick. Our moderators, just in case if you need anything, they're going to help you. Here on TikTok, we have Fine Wine and Mimi. Fine Wine and Mimi, if y'all will wave real quick, just kind of do a little wave so that everybody will know who you are. So we can, we appreciate you. And then Janae over here on YouTube. Thank you so very, very much. Good to see. I see you over here, Willis. Good, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Mimi. I truly appreciate you. We appreciate you because you guys keep it safe up in here for us. All right, so let's go. If y'all are ready for today's topic, it's a monster. Go ahead and put ready in the chat. If you're ready for today's conversation, put ready in the chat. Let's go, let's go. If you are ready for today's talk, let's go, let's go. Oh, listen, to Darius, you stay ready. All right, we're with that. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Rebret. Thank you, Songbird. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Janae. Come on up in here. Let's go, let's go. So listen, this is a great time to go ahead and share this live out, repost this live, go ahead and push this thing out there. Ooh, I'm ready for today. Y'all have no idea. Over the last week or so, we have been really building upon some amazing stuff. We've really been hitting on some major areas. Oh boy, I see Trinity coming up in here. Welcome in, Trinity. And so today is a topic that's going, I'm telling you, it's going to resonate, it's going to resonate, it's going to hit. Here we go. It's entitled Staying in the Frequency. That's right. Staying in the frequency. And I want you to put like emphasis on the. Staying in the frequency. Not just any old frequency, but that one. That frequency, the one that's aligned with the vision that you have for yourself, the one that you have been, the one that is fully aligned with the best version of you, the one that is, oh gosh, the one that is prosperous, the one that is abundant, the one that is living out purpose, the one that is healing, the one that is magnetic, the one that is in full-fledged staying in the frequency, the renewal of your mind, the honoring of your body, and the fulfillment of your soul, the frequency. See, most people do not struggle with becoming powerful. They really don't. You don't wrestle with getting powerful. That's not the biggest problem. Most people do not struggle with becoming powerful. They struggle with staying powerful. They struggle with staying powerful. Most people don't struggle with becoming powerful. The struggle. Hey, Jabs, good to see you in. Welcome in all the way from Kenya. So glad to have you up in here. It is easy. It is absolutely easy. It is easy to touch the frequency in meditation. It's easy to touch the frequency in church or at a retreat or even on TikTok Live right up in here. It's easy. It's easy. But it's a different level of mastery to remain there when life starts lifing. Oh, if you know, you know. Good to see you up in here. Listen, you are dead on time. So listen, again, staying in the frequency. If this resonates, if this talk resonates with you, if this today's message resonates with you, put me in the chat. If it resonates with you, if you think we gonna hit something today, put me in the chat. Go ahead and put me in the chat. Put me in the chat. If this is for you, put me in the chat. Yes, sir. Good to see you on. If you know, you know. This is it. Come on. Thank y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, our YouTube family. Let's go, our TikTok family. Here we go. Again, it's easy to touch the frequency in meditation and church and retreats and all that kind of stuff. But there's a different level of mastery that comes about when we're talking about staying in that frequency, especially when life starts lifing. Many people are spiritually inspired, but mentally undisciplined. Yo, if I'm sitting on your porch, let me know. If I'm sitting on your porch, like this is the part. Like all of us wrestle with this. I even as a success coach, even as your success coach, I wrestle with the same thing. This is how I can talk about it. This is how I can create a conversation because it comes from a space of experience. So experientially, I'm going to help y'all get beyond get beyond this thing. So again, many people are spiritually inspired but mentally undisciplined, physically depleted, and emotionally inconsistent. Now that's the tough part. That's a really, really tough part. So today we're going to be talking about how to stay in the frequency, not visiting it, not flirting with it, not posting about it, but literally embodying that frequency and staying in that space. Where in your life? Now this is a moment of introspection. And this is a real question. Where in your life do you find yourself where you experience the highest version of you? And where do you consistently fall out of alignment? Like, what are the things, what are the moments? What are the moments where you find yourself vacillating the most? So, like, you have this picture of your life, you have this picture of the best version of you, and you're living it. You're in that frequency. You know when you're in the zone. But when you fall, what do you, anybody willing to share? What pulls you out of the zone? What pulls you out of alignment with the highest and best version of you? Because frequency is everything. That's why I said the frequency. Because staying in the frequency is very, very difficult. And that's where the challenge is. I know for me, the tough place, and this is where I'm transparent. Where I wrestle with staying in the frequency is when when finances are not the way they're supposed to be. And so I have a really big number. And when that number is not numbering, I have to check myself because I can feel myself. I can feel myself getting out of vibrational harmony with the abundant identity that I hold for myself vibrationally. That's where I find myself wrestling. That's the toughest spot. That's the toughest spot for me. So Trinity says distractions and fatigue. So like when your health is waning. Yes, I understand. That is definitely one that we all wrestle with. Anybody else want to share? Anybody else? Anybody else? So again, when the numbers aren't numbering, that's when I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. And I have to check myself and get back realigned with it. Fine Wine says conflict. So maybe like when she has a conflict, now is this like an argument or some conflict going on with the family or some close people to you? And so once you wrestle with that will take you out of your vibrational frequency. When I'm dealing with family sometimes, it will take me out of my vibrational frequency. I'm tired of being in survival mode. I want to thrive. There you go, Rebret. You in the right place. All of it. I get it. I get it. Okay, here we go. The renewal of the mind, the renewal of the mind, the honoring of the body, and the fulfillment of the soul are not three separate journeys. Let me put that in there right now. Make sure that you understand this. These are not three separate journeys. They are the same journey. They are just twists and turns along the way. They are simply twists and turns along the way. The renewal of the mind, the honoring of the body, and the fulfillment of the soul are not three separate journeys. They are one synchronized symphony with ups and downs, highs and lows, moves to the left and moves to the right. But they're a part of the same symphony, they're a part of the same masterful song that we're all putting together. All right. When your mind, your body, and your soul are coherent, the frequency stabilizes. So again, sometimes when your mind, when you're struggling with thoughts that you have, sometimes when you're wrestling with pain in your physical body, I got you. I got you, Amy. Stand up, sit down, fight, 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 fight. The necessary thing for us to do is to make sure that those three areas have coherence. And so today, that's what we're going to be talking about. So when your mind, your body, and your soul are coherent, that frequency stabilizes. And when your frequency stabilizes, manifestation becomes less about effort and more about alignment. Now, this is for my newbies. This is for my newbies. Come on up in here real quick. Let me put this out there. Just remember this: we live in an energetic universe. And because we live in an energetic universe, this universe has a language, and that language is frequency. So you may say, well, AD, well, what do you mean by frequency? And where does this frequency come from? Well, in part, that frequency comes from you and it comes from me. It literally helps us to co-create what you and I experience as reality. And so, but where this frequency arises from, see, the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience, they create a resonancy. They create a resonance. They create a resonance, and that resonance is a vibrational frequency. It's a frequency. And that frequency you broadcast. And as you broadcast that frequency, that frequency is received by the quantum field. Then the quantum field reflects it back to you and I in due time and due season as what we experience as reality. So what does that mean? The universal law of correspondence says that as above, so below. As within, so without. As it is in the east, so shall it be in the west. So now, what does that mean? That simply means that the reality that you and I experience out here, the reality that you and I experience out here is merely a reflection of what's going on inside. Again, the thoughts we have, the words we speak, the actions we take, and the emotions that we experience. Those four things, I like to call those the protocols of alignment. That protocol of alignment, it literally creates that frequency. And so that is the language of the universe, this in an energetic universe. And so by virtue of our focus, where our focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. So that's how this thing works. Now, so does that make sense to everybody? If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you, because this is foundational for our conversation today. It is absolutely foundational. Now, if you don't understand it, ask a specific question, and I will make sure that I can help you to get that. And so in this space where our focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Now, and unfortunately, for many of those people who have foolishness on their mind, like sometimes over here in our YouTube family, where your focus is, if that's where your focus is, most of your life is going to reflect that which you talk about. And so the mirror that you try to reflect, it definitely shows up in your own experience. All right, so let's go. If y'all are ready for part one, put one in the chat. Let's go, let's go. Good, good, good. I'm glad y'all got it. I'm glad you understand it, because that is foundational for our talk today, because this is about frequency. This is about maintaining that frequency. And as we maintain that frequency, it helps to make sure that we do not have interference patterns. Because when you have contradictory thoughts, when you have contradictory feelings, when you have contradictory emotions, when you speak contradictory, then what shows up? Contradiction, chaos. And so this is about stabilizing your frequency and staying fixed in that as best as you can. All right, here we go. What is the frequency? The frequency is the stabilized state of your highest identity. Write that down. If you're going to write anything down, write this down. What is the frequency? The frequency is the stabilized state of your highest identity. Hey, Monique, good to see you up in here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Come on in. Come on in. Did y'all write it down? Did you write it down? Did you write it down? Because that is foundational. Because literally, remember, because you're broadcasting this signal based upon, hey, Abby, you're broadcasting this signal 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. That frequency is systemic of the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. So the frequency, and that's in all caps, the frequency is the stabilized state. Here it is, Trinity. This is just for you. It is the stabilized state of your highest identity. Your highest identity. That's the frequency. It is the energetic signature of the version of you who already knows that you're healed, who already knows that you're abundant, who already knows that you have money that flows to you easily and effortlessly. You already know that the thing already exists. Because in the quantum field, every version of you exists. The happy you, the sad you, the sick you, the healed you, the broke you, the wealthy you. Every iteration of you exists in the quantum field. And by virtue of your focus, or what we call the observer effect, and many other rules that come into place, we're going to talk about some of those universal laws today. But by virtue of your focus, you literally bring out into your experience that from the quantum field, a vibrational match for the thing that you're holding as true. So I'm going to say it again. You need to write down the frequency. The frequency is the stabilized state of your highest identity. It is the energetic signature of the version of you who already knows that everything is okay, that everything is in alignment, that everything is working out, that everything already exists, that all you have to do is to hold that vibrational frequency long enough for the resonance to take root in the quantum field so that it may reflect back to you. It's not hype. It's not about adrenaline. It's not about any of those things, not of those emotional states that vacillate and fluctuate. It is not spiritual delusion either. Thank you, Trinity, because you know I like those flames up in there. I like those flames. Here we go. And again, if we have any newbies coming up in here, let us know that you're a newbie simply by putting newbie in the chat if we haven't acknowledged you already. We just want to love on you. We don't want to bite. That's it. And so that's right here on TikTok and right here on YouTube. All right, here we go. And if you're a newbie, just put newbie in the chat. So again, it's about hype. It's not about all of that other rah-rah stuff. It is regulated power. Y'all love on, well, welcome in, Abby. Y'all love on Abby for me. Thank you, Mimi, for the roses. And thank you for the finger hearts. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. It is regulated power. Stacy, welcome in, Stacy. We glad to have you up in here. Y'all love on Stacy too. Y'all love on Stacy. And if we have any newbies up in here, let us know that you're a newbie. Noah, Leo, good to see y'all up in here. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, let's keep going. If someone observed your daily habits, what would they say? Would they say you are living in a frequency you claim to desire? Are you locked in? Do you live in that frequency? If they watched you every day, will they see that version of you? And is it in alignment? All right, let's keep going. Quantum physics teaches that everything is vibrational. that everything is vibration. That's the universal law of vibration. And your subconscious mind is the tuning fork. I'm going to say that again. If you're going to write something down, write this down. In quantum mechanics, it teaches that everything is vibration. Everything is vibration because we live in an energetic universe. And that vibration is based upon a frequency. And that frequency, your subconscious mind is the tuning fork of it. All right, here we go. Your subconscious mind does not respond to what you say. It only responds to what you repeatedly embody over and over again. I teach that every single day. I teach that every single day. So that's why, as a clinically certified hypnotherapist, what's so important about that, the correlation between the two, is that this is where the rubber meets the road. Your subconscious mind is the place where all of this action happens. That's where the programming is. That's where all of your past experiences, that's where your identity rests. That's where that vibration arises from, the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. They represent 95% of what you and I experience as reality every single day. It is systemic of the subconscious mind. So as a hypnotherapist, what I do is to help people to tap into that subconscious mind, to rewire and to reprogram it so that you can have a different outcome. Because it's just like a computer. It is going to that's where the programming lies. And if you want different results, you have to change the programming, because as long as you are still running the same program, you're going to continue to get the same old results. Does that make sense, everybody? If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. That's right, Stacy. Loops over and over again. Loops over and over again. Thank you, Fine Wine. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, Willis. Excellent. All right, here we go. According to the law of resonance, like energy attracts like energy. I'm going to say that again. According to the law of resonance, because that's what it is. You create a resonance. Thank you, Songbird. That resonance, it likes like energy attracts like energy. The Tao Te Ching reminds us that the master remains centered even when the world spins. So it's just like the pendulum. There's a law of rhythm. There's an ebb and flow. When you are learning this stuff, as you're beginning to walk in the power of what you're understanding, as you're starting to recalibrate your subconscious mind, and you're starting to love on yourself a little bit more, and you're starting to choose things for yourself, it does not stop life from lifing. All right? And so as life is lifing, life is like this pendulum that's flowing back and forth. There's an ebb and a flow to life. There's an up and a down. There's a good time. There's a bad time. There's a time for sickness. There's a time for healing. There's a time for happiness. There's a time when sadness comes. There's a time for frustration. There's a time for victory. There's this rhythmic pattern, because everything happens in patterns, right? And so as you are beginning to, most of us are subject to the pendulum swing. So as life is lifing, we just get knocked around. Just get knocked around. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Anybody ever been in a season where they just feel like just life is just, every time you turn around, something else just happened. Every time you look in your bank account, it ain't right. Every time you got to deal with your kids, it's the same old thing. It's back and forth, back and forth. And it feels like, come on, Jabs, there you go. Ecclesiastical. Yes, it is very ecclesiastical, because there's a season for everything. And so, but here's the beauty of what we're teaching here in this moment, and what the Tao Te Ching is talking about right there. The master, a person who has mastered themselves, and has become so solid and secure in who they are that their vibrational frequency is seldom influenced by the pendulum swing. Because what they do is they galvanize themselves at a frequency point. So if this is where if this is where you want to be, this is how you see yourself as life is lifing and the pendulum swings, it doesn't phase you. It just, you're locked into that frequency. You don't allow it to change your frequency. It's just like somebody getting in your car. Watch this. Anybody, you've been driving, you riding in your car. This is old days because we don't really do this anymore like that. But y'all remember when you would you would ride in your car and somebody would get in and the first thing they do, they get in now they're a passenger in your car. They get in and they touch your radio. Anybody remember those days where they would touch your radio and try to change your channel? Anybody remember that foolishness? They want to change your vibe. They want to change what you riding out. You listening to your good music, and here they come changing your radio station. Did you like that? Did it feel good? Is that cool? Was that cool with you or not? That's right. Come on, don't touch my radio station. My adult kids keep me on the ropes. My frequency is like a roller coaster ride. Listen, I just heard a friend of mine was doing a talk the other day, and he said, you don't know frustration, anger, and trouble until you deal with adult children. That's a whole nother ball game. Nope, daughter does that on a trip. Changing your music. And so that's what life attempts to do. Life attempts to come in and change your music. You got this music, you riding along, you vibing high, you feeling good, then life comes in, it changes your frequency, it attempts to change it, it grabs your knob and it tries to adjust the station that you're tuned into. Because this is an energetic universe and everything is about frequency. So the frequency that you're tuned into, that is broadcasting out into the quantum field, and the quantum field receives it and it reflects it back to us as reality, right? So let's go. So staying in the frequency means you're not tossed by circumstances. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Mimi, for the finger hearts. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Staying in the frequency means you're not tossed by circumstances. You're not tossed by circumstances. You are anchored in consciousness. Write that down. Write that down. Write that down. You are not tossed by circumstances. Staying in the frequency means that you're not tossed by circumstances. Why am I having this conversation? Because as you guys are doing the work, and that's the beautiful thing about it. The worst thing in the world you can do is to do all of this inner work. Do all of the meditation, do all of the praying stuff that you do. Light all your meditation candles and doing your scripting and doing your journaling and doing your vision boards and doing all of the things and doing all of the right stuff. But then you allow life to do what life does and it throws you off. This talk today is about giving you an anchor so that you can stay fixed in that vibration, in the vibrational frequency, in that frequency that is aligned with the highest version of you, the highest identity point of you. It is the energetic signature of your highest and best self. All right. For example, when a client cancels, do you spiral? When you have a friend on the phone and y'all have a good conversation and y'all decide that y'all are going to do something, but then they call and say, sis, bruh, I'm not going to be able to make it. Do you get upset? Do you get angry when the schedule changes, when things shift, when the traffic slows down? You do not become the chaos. You remain coherent in the moment. Anybody wrestle with road rage? You get in your car, you feeling good, you got your music playing, and then all of a sudden some little nuke cuts you off. And then here it is, you get upset, you get angry, you get mad. And so it'll throw your whole vibration off. So now you're upset, now you're angry. Now guess what? You're throwing off interference patterns. And see, that's one of the greatest things about the grace of divine timing. Because it's it kind of takes into consideration the normal undulations of life. And so if we were able to manifest immediately, that'll be a kind of scary place when you think about it. What if the moment we think a thought, there was a manifestation? The moment we had a shift and change in our emotional state, there was a manifestation immediately. But divine timing, the way this thing has been set up, divine timing, the grace of divine timing allows for the natural undulation of life to just kind of do what it does. And it allows us to recalibrate, it allows us to reconfigure the right frequency. So it is the dominant frequency that is going to show up in our lives and manifest. Thank you. Thank you, divine. Son does that. I try to calm him. Everything passes. I tell him, yes, everything does pass. But it will always be, and here's the thing, Abby, it is about what is the programming in his subconscious mind, because your son, me, you, we all love the familiar. Your subconscious mind loves the familiar. Thank you, divine, for the finger hearts. And because the subconscious mind loves the familiar, if you're easily angered, if you're easily frustrated, then what happens? It's easy for you to get into that state of being. Watch this. It's easy to get into that state of being. Why? Because the subconscious mind is on autopilot. You don't have to think about it. It's automatic. If you have a quick temper, anybody in here got a quick temper? Anybody ever find themselves with a quick temper? Because the moment you have a particular stimuli, some of us have triggers. Certain things trigger you. Certain things trigger you. Like you hear something, somebody says something, somebody raises their voice a little too loud, trigger. You go into shutdown mode, or you might go off. Somebody tries you. I'm angry now. And so vibrationally, what does that do? That changes your vibrational frequency. And as you change your frequency, you begin to create interference patterns in your life. And so that signal is broadcasted out into the quantum field. And at some point in time, that frequency that you broadcasted is going to show up itself in your reality. And so that's why it's so important for us to maintain this anchor. That's why we're having this talk. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You stabilize at the level of your frequency. If y'all are ready for part 2, put 2 in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. If y'all are ready for part 2, put 2 in the chat. That's right. That is very true. That is very true. Janae says, without that grace of divine timing, you wouldn't be able to witness the beauty and the contrast. Thank you, Monique. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for grabbing that daily heart me. And listen, if we have any newbies in here, let us know that you're a newbie so we can love on you if we haven't already acknowledged you. And listen, if you are in here, make sure that you grab that daily heart me, because listen, y'all are in y'all master class. This is your free master class. Come on up in here. Let's do what we do. Let's talk about the renewal of your mind. Part 2. Part 2, the renewal of your mind. The renewal of your mind is not positive thinking. I'm going to let that soak in for 2 seconds. Because I know some of y'all are like, what? AD, what are you talking about? Good to see y'all on here. Good to see y'all on here. What you mean, AD? The renewal of your mind is not positive thinking. It literally, here's what the renewal of your mind is. And I'm gonna get to it because I know I got some of my church folks up in here that grew up and went to, they made you go to what you call it? They made us go to Sunday school and made us go to Bible study. So I'm gonna get there. I know y'all waiting on it. I know you're waiting on it. We gonna get there, I promise you. The renewal of your mind is not about positive thinking. You may think it's about positive thinking, but it's not. It's not about positive thinking. It is literally neural reconstruction. It is neural reconstruction. You literally are restructuring and rewiring your brain. From a neurological standpoint, you are rewiring your brain. From literally, you have a neural network. It's called what we call neuroplasticity. And so, as you renew the mind, what does that mean? You are reconstructing it physically. You are rewiring this neural network using what we call neuroplasticity, how well your mind adjusts to new things. And so this neuroplasticity is very, very vital in this shift. So the subconscious mind records repetition, not intention. I'm going to say that again. The subconscious mind records repetition. So again, the subconscious mind loves the familiar. The subconscious mind loves the familiar. The subconscious mind loves the familiar. And that subconscious mind, because it loves the familiar, it becomes a part of the programming. If there's something that you experience over and over and over and over and over and over again, it becomes etched into the very fabric of your subconscious mind. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Especially to my newbies. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. It is absolutely vital for you to understand that, because as you are shifting into a new version of yourself, you will understand why there is resistance. Because as you move into a new version of yourself, the resistance that you face, the doubt that you run into, the procrastination and all of that stuff is systemic of the fact that your subconscious mind sees the new area and the new thing, the new version of you, as dangerous. Why? Because it's not familiar. It sees it as unsafe because it's not familiar. You see how your subconscious mind works and why it is important for you to do the renewal of your mind. Literally recalibrating and restructuring from a neural perspective. You're changing everything. So what is happening is the old version of you and the new version of you are tussling. Because you have the desire that is a part of the new you. You have a desire to become wealthy. You have a desire to lose weight and to get in shape. You have a desire, but you have a proclivity to do the same thing that you've always done. You're accustomed to doing what you do because it is programmed. That's right, Divine. It is programmed into your subconscious mind that, listen, late at nighttime, I eat sweet and salty. Right before I go to bed, I'm going to have my potato chips and I'm going to have my cookies or my candy bar or whatever. I watch my TV show. And so when you say I want to get in shape and I want to lose some weight and I want to get my life together, what does that mean? I now have to change behavior. Well, the behavior that needs to be changed, yes, your will, you can desire the change. The desire is just the invitation. The actual renewal of the mind is the recalibration and retooling of your subconscious mind. You have to change the programming. How do you change the programming? Through repetition. Doing the thing that you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in is gone. That's a commitment. Doing the thing, and you shall have power. Come on, let's go. The subconscious mind records repetition. So if you want to get into a new space, you have to do a new thing over and over and over again. That is why the universe does not give us what we ask for. It doesn't give to us based on whim and just mere desire. It gives to us based upon how we see ourselves. What is that identity? That energetic signature, because that identity that is most dominant in your mind, that energy, that frequency, there's a frequency that identity holds. And so that identity, it is going to create that resonance because it's based upon the thoughts you have, the words you speak, the actions you take, and the emotions that you experience. And because that is the vibrational frequency, that is the dominant personality, the universe is going to give you based upon how you see yourself. That's just how it works. It learns. The subconscious mind learns through repetition, not logic. I got you, Danae. All right. Every thought you allow to loop becomes a frequency imprint. Write that down. Every thought you allow to loop. There you are, forever student. Every thought that you allow to be on repeat in your life. That you know that instance that lives rent free in your head that you haven't evicted yet. That's what that actually means. So when somebody says, "Oh man, shoot, I got that man, that thing on that thing is living rent free in my head." Thank you so much. Thank you, Fire Wine, for those goats. Yes, I am the greatest of all times. Trust and believe I am. Yes, 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 yes. And so here is that thing. You're having this loop. It becomes cyclical. It becomes a part of the programming because of the repetition, because it lives rent free in your head right now. You're constantly playing that same song over and over again. And because you're playing that same song, you're getting the same life. Too many people want a different life, but they're not willing to rewrite the song. They're not willing to do the work to rewire their subconscious mind. You have to delete the loop. You have to break that cycle, because until you do, you're going to continue to do the same things you've always done. So therefore, you're going to continue to get what you've always gotten. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. If that makes sense, put yes in the chat, because this is foundational. This is foundational. This is foundational. Do the work to break the cycle. Absolutely. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I see so many new faces in here. I'm so glad to have y'all up in here. We really are glad to have you up in here for real. Every thought you allow to loop becomes a frequency imprint. It becomes a part of your programming. And so it's going to continue to break things out. Hey, Doretha. Glad to have you up in here. Y'all love on Doretha. We got some newbies up in here, y'all. We got some newbies. Y'all love on them, because, you know, that's how we do. That's how we do. All right. Every thought that you allow to loop becomes a frequency imprint. What thoughts are you rehearsing daily? What thoughts are you rehearsing daily? What fears are you wrestling with? What worries are you wrestling with every single day? What is it that you're worrying about every single day? Every single day. Are you worrying about money every single day? Are you worried about your health every single day? Because as you're worrying about this, where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. Where your focus goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, manifestation soon follows. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that the mind can be your greatest friend or your greatest enemy. It's your choice. It's your choice. It can be, your mind can be your greatest asset. It can be your greatest friend. It can be your greatest warrior, but it can also be your greatest enemy. Just that simple. Oh, come on. Listen, Paul, you in the right place. Come on and hang out in here. Oh, you know, God darn it. I wanted to play with Paul a little bit since he was, why you do that? Why you put him out so quick? Let me. We had somebody over here, you know, kind of cutting up a little bit on YouTube. Janae was like, nope, real quick. Nope, gotta go. I was going to have a little fun with Paul. All right, then, that's fine. Neuroscience confirms that repeated thoughts create neural pathways. Gotta go. Right, forever. Gotta go. Here we go. Come on now. Neuroscience literally confirms that repeated thoughts create neural pathways. Neural pathways. No, when I say neural pathways, I'm not talking about something that's just kind of nebulous. No, I'm talking about like little streets in your brain. Literally. Neural pathways. Can you imagine? Because you have the same thought over and over again, you're creating neural pathways in your brain. It's just like because you see, like I'm a Florida boy, so I have a habit of doing this because the sun was always bright. I'm outside, I'm outside, and the sun is bright, so I do this. And so the older I've gotten, those lines have become permanent. That's like what happens in your brain when you do something over and over. These wrinkles on my forehead are systemic of me doing the same thing over and over again. So as I continue to do the same things over and over again, you can see the result of it. manifest physically. You can look at me. You can look at me and see what I do habitually. You see, I love to smile. You see the smile lines. Because as I've gotten older, it's created these lines on my face. So the same way your brain operates, that's the same way your brain operates. You have the same habit over and over again. It is physically etched in your brain. It's a neural pathway. So in order to do it, you have to create new neural pathways. In order for you to do new shift and change, you have to create new neural pathways. That's why, as a clinically certified hypnotherapist, it is absolutely powerful. It is a very, very powerful tool when it comes to you choosing yourself and doing the thing that you need to do to become the best version of you. So this is where the power is in Christianity. In Christianity, it speaks of being transformed by the renewing of your mind. What does it say? Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So what are we talking? Be ye transformed. Be transformed. You're transforming. You're moving from one state of existence to another. You're moving from one state of reality to another. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Literally, you are transforming your mind. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Divine, you're in the right place. This is the very nature of how you create. It's very, very simple. It's how you create. How long does one have to repeat a new action before it becomes a habit? Oh, that's a great question. I like to say, if you can do something, because, there's so many schools of thought on it. That's an excellent, excellent question. 1914, excellent question. And so if you can do something, I love to say, if you can do something for 40 days, it can change a habit. If you can do something over and over again, hey, Sunshine, good to see you up in here. If you can do something for 40 days, sometimes if you can do it for 21 days, and it depends on the intensity of it. Because if you intensify it with emotion, because see, this is not about logic. It's about repetition. It's also emotional. When you change the subconscious mind, the language of the subconscious mind is not logic, it's repetition. And in that thing, if you can repeat it over and over and over again, if you can create a new habit, I love that 40 number. I love that 40 number. If you do something for 40 days, that's why, where do you think the 40 day, what do you think Lent? Well, we just, for those of you who are Catholic or you're in the Christian community, you just did Lent. You got those who are in Islam, in the Muslim faith. What is it? What is Islam? Islam is Ramadan. Ramadan, I don't remember how long Ramadan is, but Ramadan is a period of time doing something over and over again. Yes, Abby, 40 days is actually biblical. And so most of our talks are going to be grounded in some spiritual tradition. It's going to be in quantum mechanics. It's okay, Jabs, it's 30 days. Thank you so much for that. So Jabs says that Ramadan is 30 days. All right, excellent. Thank you. So here's this thing. So if you can give up something during this period of time, you can create a whole new you in that period. Thank you, Sage. So 30 days, 40 days. If you can do something, let's just keep it simple. If you can do something for a little over a month, I think you'll be okay. But see, the problem is that you'll be wrestling with the old version of you. All right? So this is great. Oh man, we're at the top of the hour now. We're at 65,000 likes. This is beautiful. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, listen, don't go anywhere. We still have an hour to go. I'm still going to continue to teach and keep doing what I do. But we're at the top of the hour. We're at 66,000 likes. This is wonderful. We have about 30 people in here now. This is absolutely wonderful. Make sure that y'all continue to love on each other. Keep supporting each other. Don't go anywhere. We're going to continue with this doggone talk. that's going to really anchor you in this moment. Listen, if this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. If this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. So I'm going to invite you to come back again. If you are a newbie in here, listen, if this is your first time coming up in here and this is your vibe, this might be your tribe. So I invite you to keep coming here. We're here every day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Again, that's Monday through Thursday, every day, Monday through Thursday from 12 to 2. And we're always going to be doing this. The second thing, if this is your vibe, like I said, this might be your tribe. I want to invite you to become a part of the Oasis. The Oasis is our channel on Discord. That's all it is. And inside of the channel on Discord, we have all kinds of great stuff. We have all kinds of great tools. We have this Monday, like Monday morning meditation. Every morning, live. We have a live meditation session every Monday morning from Excellent. I'm glad, Darifa. I'm so glad you'll be back. We love having you here with us. You're in Bahrain. All right. That's wonderful, Sage. Listen, wonderful. So you're around the same time as Jabs in Kenya. Because it's about 9 o'clock. It's about 9 o'clock in Kenya right about now. It's about 9, 10 o'clock. So excellent. Thank you. So listen, inside of the Oasis, we have our Monday morning meditation. And that's, we come together and we set our intentions for the week. It's really, really powerful time of us together. So listen, connect with us in the Oasis. We have that virtual hypnosis experience. You're watching from Brazil, Allison. Man, listen, don't get it twisted. We're international up in here. We really are. And so we got the virtual hypnosis. I mean, we got the Monday morning meditation. We have guided meditations in there that are pre-recorded. We have actual hypnosis sessions that are pre-recorded. We have a woman's safe space that is curated and moderated by our own Janae. Janae has done such a wonderful job. Like, she's put some really, really good content in there to empower women. They're actually in there having a dialogue and conversation about the best version of themselves, and everything from perimenopausal conversations to empowering stuff to, how do you deal with that? Wow. You're from Denmark. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. So glad to have y'all up in here. This is wonderful. Welcome in, y'all. And so listen, so we have all of that. And then the highest level, there's another, let me put this out there. How do you get in the Oasis? It's real easy. So you click on that good looking picture of that guy right here on TikTok. You click on that good looking picture of that guy right there, and you become a super fan. And the moment you become a super fan, you automatically get put into the Oasis by TikTok. The other thing is that you may say, "Hey, AD, I'm struggling with the technology, or I might be struggling financially. So technically or financially, I'm struggling. Can somebody help me?" And so, with that being the case, somebody could, one of our moderators, just reach out to them. Reach out to either Fine Wine or Mimi or Janae, or you can just reach out to me. And then we'll help you to get into the Oasis, because we want you there, because we know it's going to be really, really empowering for you. And so, so go ahead again, become a super fan. The next level of engagement, which is the highest level of engagement, is to be a member of the Oasis Mind Spa. That's right. We have many people that are on this live right now, here on TikTok and on YouTube, that are members of the Oasis Mind Spa. And what does that mean? That means that you have either worked with me one-on-one, you're working with me right now one-on-one, or you have been a part of our virtual hypnosis experience. And guess what? Pull out your calendars. This Wednesday, February the 25th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am hosting this month's virtual hypnosis experience, and it is going to be absolutely powerful. This month's theme is limitless. Limitless, the power to live a life that is divorced of fear, doubt, and scarcity. So you want to be a part of it. Don't miss it. You want to be a part of it. You definitely want to be a part of it. And so you can get that information right here on TikTok. You know exactly where to go. Right here, Fine Wine and the mods and stuff, they can be able to help you. So definitely, I want to invite you to be there with us. That's this Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's where we're doing our virtual hypnosis experience. And it's going to be absolutely powerful. All right, excellent. Thank you. Don't go anywhere. We're getting ready to do one more thing, and then we'll get back into our talk. Okay, great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Fine Wine, for putting that information up there. The other thing, if any part, let me see. So let me do this. If anybody wants to work with me and you're dead serious about doing so, not, you're not thinking about it, you're not, no, you are ready to take your life to the next level. And because this has been so greatly received, you have to be serious because there's so many people that are trying to get into this space so that they can be a part of the Oasis Mind Spa. I'm gonna put this up here right now. If you want to work with me, do y'all see this form down here? If y'all see that form, right? Y'all see that white form? Go ahead and fill that form out. Good to see you, Truth. If y'all see that, y'all see that form. Okay, great. Go ahead. It's gonna be up there for another few seconds. Go ahead and fill that form out. So if you want to work with me, this is for serious inquiries only. Thank you so much for the rose. I truly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Truth. Good, good, good. All right. So if you do want to work with me, go ahead and fill that out. And but it's a very, very serious thing. The other thing is that if any part of what we have been talking about today has resonated with you at any meaningful level, in part, it comes from this book right here. I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code. Thank you, Amy, for that paper crane. Can y'all see that banner down there for the TikTok shop? I authored this book, Cracking the Abundance Code, how you tap into that wealthy version of yourself. This is quantum leaping into that version. And so many of you have already done the work. You're doing the thing, the abundance that you're looking for. Guess what? It's looking for you too. The abundance that you're looking for, it's looking for you. And so as I authored this book, my goal was to create a situation where people could attract into their life the same abundance that I've been so blessed to experience. And so one of the things that I know by being a hypnotist is that many people wrestle with attracting wealth and abundance, not because you're not doing the work. It's because you can't maintain that vibrational frequency. Also, because you're maybe holding on to some things that are limiting you. And so the very first thing in this book, the very first thing I talk about in the first chapter is limiting beliefs, because it's the limiting beliefs that hold you back from doing the thing that you really, really want to do, want to attract into your space. Because as I said, many of you are doing the work. It's just that the abundance has not shown up yet. And the only reason why it hasn't shown up yet is that you have some blocks in the way. You literally, it's looking for you. It's fighting to get to you, but you literally have barricades blocking you from experiencing that wealth and abundance. So grab your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. The very second chapter is literally about quantum leaping into your wealthy identity. You deserve it. You deserve it. That I am going to show you how you quantum leap into the wealthy version of you and how you maintain that frequency so that you can attract that abundance into your life. All right. And so when you order your copy of Cracking the Abundance Code, I'm going to sign it. I'm going to personalize it. I am going to actually put a little gift in there, and I'm going to ship that bad boy out to you today. So we won't hold on to your book. We're going to ship that bad boy out to you today. It's a powerful, powerful resource. You definitely want to have this in your library and not just sitting on the shelf. You want to use it. You want to read it. You want to use do the exercises inside of it. This is where it's at. All right, so excellent. Thank you so very much. I'm going to go ahead and unplug this. Thank you so much. I see somebody is grabbing it. I see you right now. We're going to celebrate you for doing that. Now, the other thing is, where my meditation people at? Real quick. Where my meditation people at? Where you at? Where you at? Can y'all see this down there? Can y'all see the Triple Bliss set? Excellent. If you can see that. Meditation saved my life. I say it every week. Thank you, Willis. Thank you for the confetti. I love that part. Listen, meditation saved my life. And one of the things that I do inside, I always light candles when I do my meditation. And so one of my good friends and clients that's a part of the Oasis Mind Spa, it was like, AD, why don't you make some candles for us so that we can use like when we're doing our own meditation and our own thing. So we came up with the formulation and we created this. These are not candles that we ordered offline somewhere and we're reshipping them out to you. No. This is not it. Listen, y'all celebrate Abby for grabbing, I think she grabbed a copy of Cracking the Abundance Code. Y'all go ahead and celebrate Abby for doing that. That's a wonderful thing. Congratulations on doing that. We're going to get that out to you today, Abby. The next thing, I want you, and it looks like, I think Willis grabbed his meditation candle set. Watch this. Each one of these candles, we make these in-house. They are handcrafted 100% soy-based candles with a cotton wick. They're all infused with essential oils. And the essential oil is based upon the intention for the candle. This candle is the abundance candle. That's right, it's the abundance candle. The abundance candle is just what it says. These are meditation manifestation candles. These candles are about the intention. The intention for this candle is to attract wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Why? Why does it work? Because it's vibrational. And when you do the research on it is infused with the essential oils of lemongrass, bergamot, and lodestone oil. Lodestone is a magnet. So this is magnetized oil that's in here to help you draw it into your space. And here's the thing. It absolutely smells amazing. It smells really, really good. It smells really, really good. So that's the first one. That's the abundance candle. The second candle in the Triple Bliss set is the heal candle. This is one of my favorite ones because it smells absolutely amazing. It is infused with essential rose oil. If you know anything about essential rose oil is of a very high vibrational frequency, very, very high frequency. And it is an attunement with healing. And so when you're trying to heal your body, heal your mind, your spirit, all of those things are in alignment with healing. And so this rose, yeah, I'm a dude, but the rose smells really good. In fact, this is what I use today when we were doing our Monday morning meditation. And so I use that in there. So it's absolutely powerful, and it's going to help with you recalibrating this physical body. Like I literally, because my nose was so stuffy today because of, the pollen in the air. I literally was using the candle and I was doing the breathing in thing, and man, it really made a big difference. And so it allowed me to come on here with y'all today. And last but not least, bringing up the rear is the third candle in the Triple Bliss set is the happy candle. You can't attract wealth and abundance and you miserable. You just can't. So the happy candle is designed to lift your mood, to lift your spirits, and it smells absolutely amazing. It is infused with lemon verbena. Lemon verbena is that scent that when you go to the day spas and those really high-end resorts and things like that, this is the soaps and the lotions and things. Yeah, all of that. And so it smells really, really good. It's gonna lift your mood, lift your spirit. Grab your Triple Bliss, grab your Triple Bliss set. Let me tell you something. Again, these are manifestation meditation candles based upon the intent. So you have the happy candle, you have the heal candle, and you have the abundance candle. You can't get these type candles. I'm telling you right now, you can't get these type candles. You can't get one for the price that you get for all three. So go ahead and get your Triple Bliss set. We're gonna put those together and ship those out to you today. So thank y'all. Let's go. We're gonna get back in and jump back on our topic. So thank y'all for everybody who ordered your Triple Bliss candle sets and your books. We're gonna get those out to you today. Let me go ahead and unpin these and remove them from the live. Excellent. All right, let's do that. And voila. Perfect. All right, here we go. We are back in our conversation today. So again, in Christianity, it always speaks to the renewal of the mind, that transformation. Did I see MJ come up in here? Welcome in, MJ. I see you, superstar. Good to see you. This is not metaphor. It literally is biology. This is not just some nice, cute little conversation that we're having. This is literally biology. This is how the brain rewires itself from a neurological perspective. All right? When you renew your mind, you interrupt subconscious survival scripts. Y'all love on MJ. MJ is one of my good friends. Y'all love on her today. So glad you came up in here, superstar. So glad to have you up in here. Y'all love on MJ. So again, when you renew your mind, you interrupt subconscious survival scripts. It's called a recalibration. You're literally recalibrating your brain. So let's keep going. You begin to operate from conscious authorship instead of inherited programming. This is very, very important. Let me put this in there. This is very, very important. Let me put this in there. This is very important. When you do this, you begin to operate from conscious authorship. You become the author of your life. You have the pen in your hand and you begin to rewrite the script of your life. If your life was a movie, you are the director and the star of the show. That's exactly right. That's who you are. And so the moment you realize that you are the author and you have more power than you may realize, you literally have the ability to rewrite your script and rewrite your subconscious mind. You begin to operate consciously from this space. Emotional regulation becomes your superpower. Heart brain coherence literally stabilizes your internal chemistry. And so, y'all hear me talk about that heart brain coherence. And when I say recalibrate your internal biology, like literally, because many of us live in this space of stress all of the time. You live in a heightened state of awareness. Adrenaline moves through your bloodstream quite a bit. Cortisol is evidence is ravaging your body. That's why you're wrestling with inflammation. You wrestle with cardiovascular issues. It's not all food, it's energy. And that energy is translated into our biology by virtue of the neurochemicals. Listen to the word, the neurochemicals, those hormones that are leached into the bloodstream, into your body. And so many of us are ravaged by those not so good hormones, the adrenaline, the cortisol, those things. And so as you begin to shift into this new space, you recalibrate your physical body too. Because now, instead of dealing with cortisol and adrenaline, you're dealing with dopamine, the feel good hormones. You're dealing with oxytocin. You're dealing with all of the serotonins, the rest hormone. The more you have that rest hormone, that neurochemical in your bloodstream, it signals the body that says it's okay to rest. And when it's okay to rest, that means you feel safe. When you feel safe, you trust. When you trust, you can allow. When you allow, you're open. When you're open, you can receive. See, the biggest problem with abundance, attracting abundance, is that many of us are closed off because we don't have peace. We don't get rest. We're always in a heightened state of awareness. And so, from an emotional standpoint, when you have an intention paired with an elevated emotion, you have manifestation. And so, when you have those two things, and the focus or the intent is based upon the programming of a subconscious mind that's in scarcity mode or in survival mode, guess what you're going to get? You're going to get the evidence of you being in survival mode. Does that make sense, y'all? Does that make sense, y'all? If that makes sense, put yes in the chat. And that's why it is imperative that we rewire and recalibrate and reprogram the subconscious mind so that you can get different results. Different results. Different results. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Doretha. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, MJ. Thank you, If You Know, You Know. All right, let's keep going. For example, instead of reacting to criticism, this is about that coherence, that heart brain coherence, and how it literally addresses or recalibrates your internal chemistry. For example, instead of reacting to criticism with defense, you pause and respond with curiosity. I wonder why I feel that way. I wonder why they said what they said. I wonder why they're wrestling with my new light. I wonder why they don't want me to step into this. They don't feel comfortable with me stepping into my new space. Thank you, Fine Wine, for those goats. Thank you so much. I love them. I love them. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Emotional regulation becomes super powerful. So instead of focusing on a mistake and beating yourself up with it, you have the internal mechanisms that says emotional intelligence is important. So therefore, it's okay. I don't have to be perfect in everything that I do. I'm gonna accept where I am right now. And as I accept where I am, I know that I'm safe. I know that I'm okay. You have this new dialogue within you where things begin to shift and things begin to change. So, the law of assumption, very, very simple. The law of assumption states that what you assume to be true becomes your experience. So, are you committed to rewiring your mind, or are you emotionally attached to your old identity? So, again, the law of assumption. The highest and best assumption that you have of yourself, the most dominant assumption that you have about yourself, the law of assumption is you're going to see that. So you got the law of attraction that comes into to space. You have the law of vibration that comes into consideration. All of these laws, these universal laws that come into play that determine what you create for yourself, what you co-create as reality. If you assume struggle, your subconscious will refer to you and see evidence of it in your life. You'll see struggle, if that's what your constant scripting is. If you assume growth, your subconscious will scan for opportunities and look for moments and opportunities to grow, and will see synchronicities begin to show up in your experience. If y'all are ready for part 3, put 3 in the chat. If y'all are ready for part 3, put 3 in the chat. This is good. We're moving in the right direction. It's 1:30. Oh man, we're at the bottom of the hour and we're moving at light speed now. This is good. This is good. We're already at 84,000 likes. I think we'll get to our new space. I think we'll get to our new norm of 150K, maybe a little bit more, but we're moving in the right direction. And listen, thank y'all so much for tapping, because tapping is clapping up in here. Thank y'all so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank y'all for the gifts. I truly appreciate them. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I appreciate y'all loving on each other. I really, really do. All right, here we go. Part 3, honoring your body as a frequency stabilizer. This is big. You are 3 parts. You have a mind, you have a body, and you have a soul. So, honoring your body as a frequency stabilizer. This is your partner in the Trinity, so to speak. You cannot stay in a high frequency while abusing your nervous system. Thank you, Abby, for the rose. I appreciate it. You cannot stay at a high vibrational frequency while abusing your nervous system. You cannot abuse your nervous system. You cannot abuse your body. Your body is not decoration. It literally is an instrument. Thank you so much, Fine Wine, for my hat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Your body is not a decoration. It is an instrument. It is an instrument. It is a gift. It is a vessel that you use. You are not your body. It is an instrument that the true you, the eternal aspect of you, uses. This is your earth suit, as we like to call it sometimes. This is your earth suit. If your instrument is out of tune, watch this now. Come on in here. Because I got any musicians up in here? Anybody a musician? Anybody a musician or a songstress or anything like that? A singer? Any musicians up in here? I'm a musician. I'm a musician. All right, King, I see you. You're an artist. Excellent. Regret, a singer. Okay, I see you. Anybody play an instrument? Anybody else in here play an instrument? I play keyboards. I play all brass wind instruments. Thank you, Songbird. Yes, Songbird is a musician. Janae, you sing? Get out of here. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Regret, you play piano? All right. What happens? What happens if your instrument is out of tune? What happens? What happens to the quality? All right, Laura, you play the recorder. I got you. I like that. Okay, we like figurative language. Okay, do your thing. That's beautiful. Now watch this. If your instrument is out of tune, your frequency will fluctuate. You play tenor sax, get out of here. All right, if you know, you know. I see you. I see you. Thank you. Thank you, Willis, for my chain. My chain goes with my hat. I thank you, because you know y'all got my whole outfit. I love it. Thank you so much. The quality suffers. Thank you, Songbird. I'm gonna use words. I'm about to shoot out some words to my musician family. The balanced blend and intonation is thrown off. Instead of it sounding like beautiful music to the ears, it begins to sound like what? Noise. Begins to sound like noise. The quality diminishes, it suffers. So, when your body, your physical body is out of alignment, when it's out of tune, chaotic noise begins to appear in your experience. So listen, you can't, I touched on it a little bit last week, and I ain't gonna hang my hat too heavy on it, but you have to, so many people want the amazing life, but do you take care of your vessel? Are you eating? Are you eating well? Are you abusing substances? This is not about a moral thing. Trust me, don't get it twisted. Because I enjoy me a night, I have me a little drink every now and again. Yes, I do. And yes, I enjoy a nice cigar. Everything in moderation. I don't smoke my cigars every single day. And when I do, it probably, if I had any cigar smokers, y'all would probably laugh. You'd be like, man, you up here wasting cigars. But, it's just, one of my things. But everything in moderation. But if you are constantly abusing certain substances, if you're putting things in your in your body, in your instrument, and it's not in alignment, that means it's out of a tune. It's out of tune. When it's out of tune, all right, y'all get it. Are you asking your body to carry a destiny that your habits do not support? Write that question down. I'm so glad you're in here, Laura. I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're learning so much today. Come on up in here. Write this question down. Are you asking your body to carry a destiny? Are you asking your body to carry a destiny that your habits do not support? You want to live your best life. You want to get in, you want to stop with the medications. You want to get healthy. You want to live a healthy and holistic life. What foods are you putting in your mouth? Does your vessel, have you prepared your vessel to be a good steward of the destiny that you have seen for yourself? Is your body ready for any abundance to flow into it? Or are you sickly? So it is about maintaining and blessing the vessel. And so that vessel can house it. Are you asking your body to carry a destiny that your habits do not support? Chronic stress lowers your vibration because cortisol narrows perception. I'm going to say that again. Chronic stress. I just talked about it a few seconds ago. Chronic stress lowers your vibrational frequency. There's so many things that happen because you're stressed out. And listen, don't get it twisted. It's by design. To keep you in this rat race, to keep you stressed and keep you under duress and keep you in a state of wrestling with anxiety. To keep those cortisol levels high and to keep putting negative information in your face. You more than welcome, Doretha. They keep putting negative content in your face. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate the heart. Thank you so much. They keep putting negative images in your face. Low vibrational stuff, of course. They keep putting content that is juxtaposed to you truly living your passionate purpose because they want to keep you lock in step with whatever foolishness is of the day. Thank you, Doretha. Thank you for the roses. Chronic stress lowers your vibrational frequency because cortisol narrows your perception. A dysregulated nervous system cannot sustain abundance. Boy, listen, I told y'all to get y'all pen and paper. I told y'all to get y'all pen and paper today. I promise you, I told you. Detach from worldly stuff. Detachment is a good, detachment, Abby, is a great word. Just because now when Abby said detached from worldly stuff, that doesn't mean you can't have nice things. Just don't be attached to it. Listen, I've had all kinds of wonderful things and I still have wonderful things. But am I attached to it? Thank you, Mimi, for my cap. I appreciate it. How can I put this? The abundance that you're looking for is looking for you. But when your body is in a state of dysregulation, it is no longer a vessel that can hold abundance. It cannot hold abundance. It's like having a basket with holes in it. How much abundance are you gonna hold? How much are you gonna be able to carry? You can't carry a lot because it's constantly pouring out. You're leaking energy. Somebody posted that up there. Somebody posted that they're no longer going to be leaking energy. So in a dysregulated nervous system, it cannot sustain abundance. You may and see that's what we're talking about today is maintaining the frequency. And so when your nervous system is dysregulated, it's dysregulated, it's hard to maintain a vibrational frequency that is in alignment with wealth, abundance, and prosperity. That's why cyclically you continue to attract the same things over and over and over and over again. That's why you need to reprogram it. That's why you have to reprogram the subconscious mind. Hey, Nikki, I see you. Good to see you on in here, superstar. Welcome in. Welcome in. When you honor your body through rest, nourishment, breath work, breathing deeply, sending a signal to your nervous system. Thank you, Violet, for the rose. When you are in that space and you're breathing slowly, you send a signal, literally, you send a signal to your nervous system that says everything is okay, that I'm safe. Because when you're not safe, you breathe shallow. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you for the rose. When you honor your body through rest, nourishment, breath, and movement, gotta exercise, gotta keep moving, you are telling your subconscious that I'm safe. I'm safe. Because when people are in fight or flight mode, when people are in survival mode, they are not sitting up there talking about, oh, let me eat. Let me take a nap while I'm stressed out. Listen, who knows that the hardest thing to do is to rest while you stressed? If you know, if you understand that to be true, put yes in the chat. If you listen, how many times have we had sleepless nights? Sleepless nights because we were worrying about something. We were stressed out over something, stressed out over a relationship, stressed out over a job. Can't sleep. And when you can't sleep, you can't restore your body. That's why rest is so important. That's why serotonin levels are so vital. Thank y'all. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. It's so hard to sleep. It's so hard to rest when you're stressed. So you have to let it go. That's why you have to let it go. That's why you have to recalibrate your nervous system. That's why it's so important. You have to honor your body and you have to exercise. You have to move. You got to keep moving. Rest and digest are vital. Absolutely. Thank you, Janae. Here we go. In Ifa, there is wisdom about alignment between inner and outer order. There's this alignment between the two. The body must be treated as a sacred territory. Yes, Abby, that's a beautiful thing. You have to. One of the things that I use when I do my hypnosis sessions, one of the things that I love to do is a type of scripting that I do, and I call it Peace Be Still. That Peace Be Still scripting, it is literally to recalibrate the mind to slow down and to become quiet. Because in that quiet, in that peace, all things can begin to happen. Serotonin levels increase. Dopamine levels increase. Oxytocin levels increase. Because we're no longer operating from a place of stress. Peace be still. Calming the waters that are around you. I'm learning to rest more. That's right, Violet. I'm in my 30s and I realize how important it. Listen, you better realize it. Absolutely. Freedom. Freedom, Janae. The body must be treated as a sacred territory because the more you disrespect and disregard it, it cannot be a good instrument for you. Therefore, the music of your life will sound like noise. It will sound like chaos. That's why you have to recalibrate that subconscious mind to become the better version of yourself. You have to. Let's go. The body must be treated as sacred territory. You do not dishonor the temple and expect divine outcomes. I can kick over the phone right now. It's actually it's just crazy. It's so crazy. You don't honor the temple. You don't honor the temple, but you want divine intervention. You don't even the greatest gift that you and I have been given is this thing right here. Because without this vessel, without this earth suit, we would not be having this experience. And so how can you disregard and disrespect the vessel by putting things in the vessel that don't support the destiny that's assigned to you? Can you heal the vessel? Yes. We may have seasons that last for years where we disregard and disrespect the temple. But the beautiful thing about it is that there's grace. So even as divine timing is a part of that graceful experience, because of the grace of the divine, it allows us healing. That's what if we couldn't do better and be better, there wouldn't be a thing called healing. So, yes, you've had a season where you've not been the greatest. You ate a whole bunch of pig and you pork chops and, and all of the biggest brontosaurus steaks that you could get your hands on and all of that stuff. And you might enjoy a little bit of you like to sip a little bit, a whole lot you might like to sip. But you have to honor your body because it is absolutely insanity to dishonor your body on a regular basis and then look for divine intervention. Look for divine help. Look for the miracles and magic to happen in your life. But you dishonor the greatest gift that you ever had. Does that make sense, y'all? How crazy does that make sense to you? If that makes sense to you, put yes in the chat. Because we've all had seasons where we did not respect, we took for granted this vessel. Yeah, I know you love them tomahawk steaks, Willis. So as you begin to honor your vessel, it's so important because the law of cause and effect is real. And it does not skip physiology. The law of cause and effect are real. It does not skip physiology. Hey, Leslie, I didn't see you come up in here. I did not see you up in here. Hydration affects cognition. Drinking you some water. Some of y'all are dehydrated. It helps with your cognition. How cognizant are you of what's going on in your world? You know how y'all be wrestling with brain fog and stuff sometimes? That's hormonal a lot. So hydration affects cognition. Sleep affects your mood regulation. When you don't sleep, you get cranky. When you don't sleep well, you're mean. Listen, I got some people in my space. I promise you, if they don't sleep, it's hell to pay. my youngest daughter, listen, she's always going to sleep early. She's grown now. She still goes to sleep around by 8:30. 8:30. Y'all can be sitting there talking if you want. Amani will be doing this, going to sleep. And so that is a part of it. So again, sleep affects your mood. Movement affects dopamine. You want to release some dopamine into your bloodstream? Oh man, get to exercise and get to move and go for a walk. If you're not walking, you're not exercising, and you're not doing these things, you got to do something. You got to do something. Before I thought being spiritual was all I needed to be. Oh no, it's a lot more. It's a lot. It's called balance. Survive. It's called balance. And so that's why it's so important for us to honor the vessel that we're in. Because watch this. The universe knows that this earth suit is one of the greatest things, one of the greatest gifts that you've received, right? And because it's the greatest gift that you've received, many of y'all know the story of the talents, the servants with the talents. This is a talent. This is this is the most valuable thing that you've gotten. So you mean to tell me you're asking the divine for something magical? You're asking for destiny fulfillment. You're asking for abundance and prosperity. You're asking for it, right? But the question is, have you been a good steward of the most valuable asset that you have? How you that makes sense? That's just like you gave your child a first car. They were a great student. They deserved the car. They needed the vehicle. You gave it to them. But guess what? They didn't wash it. They didn't take care of it. They didn't get no oil changes. They didn't do anything. They were not a good steward of that which had been given to them. And so they mess up that car. They mess it up. They mess it up. Then they come back to you and say, hey, mom, dad, can you help me get another car? You mess, bruh. How you gonna ask me for another car? You didn't even take care of the one that you got the first time. So look at it. You're asking for wealth. You're asking for abundance. You're asking for healing, but you're not a good steward of the body that you got. Without health, it's nothing. I know. How? Are you a good steward of what you got? Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Are you a good steward of it? No. Motivation affects manifestation. Motivation affects manifestation. What small physical adjustments could dramatically elevate your daily frequency? I've been there, done that with one of my boys. Yeah, so that's the conversation. So just imagine if you can have that conversation with one of your children. What do you think is that conversation? What does that conversation look like with the universe? All right. So funny that you're talking about all this, and my mom messages me about Primal Queen beef supplements. You know what? That thing is going viral, and a lot of people are talking about it. So do your research. Do your research. Do your research. A lot of people talking about it. I can't speak to it. I don't know. Some people are saying good things. I don't know. But at least there's a conversation about supplementation. At least there's a conversation about, like maybe I need to take a few things and look after myself. At least the conversation is there. So what small physical changes can you make? You don't have to make big changes today, but what are we doing? We're recalibrating your existence. We're recalibrating your subconscious mind to accept something new. How do you accept something new? How does the subconscious mind work? Repetition. What small steps can you take today that's going to help to keep you in lock and step with the vibrational frequency that you truly want to experience? Happiness, joy, peace, love, prosperity, great health. All of these things are absolutely wonderful. What could you do today? What little things could you incorporate? Listen, in fact, I want you to put this in because as we're getting ready to, we're nearing the end of our time together. What things are you willing to do? And this is a perfect time. That's what Lent comes in, because Lent is about giving something up. So what are you willing to let go of during Lent? Ain't a bad idea. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter if that's your spiritual tradition or not. fasting and giving up something is a good thing, because as you give up a thing, it creates a void. It creates, in a vacuum, it creates a void, and that void has to be filled by something. Abby says, I can get moving, read to learn something new. That's a good. Let's listen to music you enjoy, eat healthy food. I love that. I've been on my herbal journey since 2023. I have been feeling great. Listen, I'm feeling great at 70. Excellent. Excellent, Doretha. I love it. I love it. And so listen, so she started in her late 60s. And so now she's been on her herbal journey just for a few years, and now she feels great. Your body, the grace will allow you a whole lot, but grace can only take you so far. Grace is an opening that allows your courage to be activated. Grace is a space that allows you to fix what you messed up, to address what needs to be addressed, to change what needs to be changed. That's a part of the process. So no, that's excellent. No, listen, Doretha, we celebrate you on that. We literally listen. Y'all celebrate Doretha for that, because it's not easy to make those shifts. Many of us have said, "Oh, I'm gonna listen." My kids used to tease me. There was this thing that came out in the early 2000s called P90X. Y'all remember? Anybody remember P90X? Used to have those commercials. The reason says no high BDs or high blood pressure anymore. That's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's never too late. Listen, as long as you're green side up. But if y'all remember P90X, you tried it for a while. P90X. I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in shape. No, that wasn't Billy Blanks. No. That was another thing. But anyway, I took I ordered the system. And so P90X, it said that, you do something for 90 days and boom, you got this body. So I was like, okay. I was getting close to 40, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. I was in my 30s, my late 30s. And I started to gain a little weight. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get in shape. I'm gonna be fine. I want my chest buffed out, and I saw the guys and they exercising on the video, and I saw everything. I said, okay, I'm gonna pay. So I ordered the P90X system. I paid all of the money. I got it on there and everything. And so the kids say, hey, Dad, what happened to the P90X? Is it like P100 now? What about what about P250? Like they just had a good fun time riding out on me because I did not stick to it. I ain't stick to it because, baby, that first day, I don't know who designed that program, but that first day was crazy. It was absolute insanity. I'm trying to tell you. It was terrible. I couldn't listen, I don't know what I did with that P90X system. But I did like I did like P1 or 2. I did about 3 days. That system was crazy. But then I hit 40. Here's the difference. Watch this. Then I hit 40. And I went a different route. I started working out with a program called The HIT. There was I had a trainer and all that stuff. It was called high intensity training. And so I had turned 40. And, I'm glad I did it. The key was that, one, I changed my environment. Because, see, with the P90 system, I was still at home and I was by myself. The HIT system, I had to go into this private gym. So I changed my environment. Then I had a trainer. So I had an expert to craft the system and the program for me. Then I had accountability. So I wasn't by myself. I wasn't in the same environment. So those two things, changing the environment, getting a professional to help me, it changed everything. And so I can show y'all some pictures of some before and after. I was cut up. Thank you, Willis. I like that. I like that manifestation thing. And so guess what? As Willis just gave me that manifestation ball, I manifested a new me. I wasn't chunky anymore. I'm 55. I think I look all right for 55. I think I'm doing okay. And so this is the same thing when it comes to you and how you honor your temple. I mean, if I came on here and I'm talking about empowering and uplifting and making you being a better version of yourself, and I look like the glob spread out all over the screen, are y'all really gonna sit up there and listen to me? Like, let's just be honest for a second. If I present and I'm out of shape and I look terrible, and I'm talking about you live your best life, and I'm big and spread out all over the place. I mean, I'm talking about spread. I look like melted ice cream. Melted ice cream. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Would y'all listen to me? Just be honest. Jab said no. Would y'all? Right? If you know, you know. Amy laughing. Y'all know I'm talking to them. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, fine wine. Y'all not gonna listen to me. I'm like, that dude, he need to listen to himself. That's what he need to do. But that's the nature of the beast. And so I think what I want to do right here, I want to put a pin in this right here. So staying in the frequency, it means respect of your biology at the same time. All right. Can we put a pin in it right here, and we'll come back and we'll do part 2 tomorrow, and that is we'll be on section 4. Is that all right? If we could do that, can we do that? Excellent. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. Y'all don't have to laugh at me because I was out of shape. Listen, I was starting to get chunky. It was weird. I'm gonna tell this story, and we gonna go ahead and start wrapping up. Listen, my office was upstairs. My family had we had a building, and so my dad's law firm was downstairs. My mortgage company was upstairs, and I'll never forget. I was moving, and I called myself running up the stairs. And as I was running up the stairs, anybody ever ran up the stairs and felt something extra jiggly about yourself when you were kind of like bop, 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 bop? And you was like, wait a minute, what is all this extra stuff moving? What is all this extra stuff? I felt real jiggly. And then in that moment, I was like, you know what? I got to stop. I got to stop. I got to let all of this go. It was not good. I felt real jiggly. I'm sorry, y'all. I really did. And so, that was my motivation. Anybody ever listen? Oh, here's another one. Anybody ever walked by the mirror and did not recognize themselves? Nikki said, yep, been there. Yes, it was real jiggly. I was a little jiggly. Anybody ever walk past the mirror and have to take like a double take? Like, who are you? Sir. Listen, I had a hot dog. You know how like big dudes have a hot dog on the back on the back of their neck right there? My neck's smooth now. It's smooth now. But I felt a hot dog. Yes, went shopping, and those mirrors are unkind. Yes. You scared yourself. See, you know what I'm talking about, Abby. We all listen. We looked in the mirror and said, this is not. Or you put on your favorite pair of jeans and they just would not put on. Listen, all right, we're not gonna cut up. Listen, thank y'all so much. This is what we get ready to do. We get ready to release our YouTube family. So listen, we gonna respect our temples. I can't gain weight. I've tried, been the same weight since high school. Well, that's a blessing because that is not my ministry. I'm gonna tell you right now, Doretha, nope. Am I blessed to be able to wear the same suit? I got a tuxedo that I've had since, like for over 20 years. It's a wonderful tuxedo. But I can still wear it. But baby, let me tell you something. That's a wonderful problem to have, though. I ain't mad at you. All right, so listen, we're gonna go ahead and release our YouTube family so we can kick our after party off over here on TikTok, y'all. All right, here we go. Listen, YouTube family, we love you. I'm so glad that y'all hung out with us today. We had some newbies in the room. Y'all were a little quiet, but it's all good. Thank you so much, Sunshine. So glad to have you up in here. Thank you, Willis. Thank you, Janae. Thank you for everything that you do. I truly appreciate y'all. Listen, we're going to be back tomorrow with part 2 of this talk. And so it's going to be really, really good because we got to change some more lives. So make sure that you invite some friends and get some folks over there. Thank y'all so much. We're going to go ahead and release our after family, release our YouTube family. And if y'all are ready to come over here to the after party, y'all more than welcome to do so. We getting ready to kick this thing off. So enjoy your day. Thank you so much. Thank you, Janae. I truly appreciate you. I'll see y'all over here on TikTok.